Hi guys. This week, I really connected to the material and the readings because I am in the middle of a really hectic, really intense production cycle. I don't know why I do it to myself, and I don't know if everyone else does. But both as an educator and as a director, I put my shows back to back. And I part of it is I have these really advanced students currently, and I know that it goes through ups and downs, and I don't always have really advanced students, but I I put these shows back to back because otherwise I lose them in some ways. I have kids that are professionals and they will go and work at Moonlight Theater and they work in San Diego at different big theaters. They get cast in big shows in LA. And I don't want to lose their energy for learning. So, yeah, I just put them back to back. And sometimes the auditions overlap with the end of the production. So we just closed Mary Poppins and we are on to and You Can't Take It With You, which I love. I love that show. I've done it several times. It's really fun. Um, so um I connected with the material because the process of teaching and guiding their skills and watching them um, use those early skills is a really awesome experience. Like to watch them put them into practice, I really enjoy it. And watching them work together and like help each other is really cool. One of the things that stood out to me in reading um, this week's reading was the idea that the teacher-student relationship in acting is never one-sided. And that is just so true for me. Um, and I learned that when I was in college. Um, I used to think that the teachers were everything. They were the gods, you know. They knew everything that there was to know, and they were going to teach me everything. But I had this teacher that taught me, you never, um, or for every teacher, there is a pearl of wisdom that they will pass to you. And I just thought that was so amazing that she said that because she always asked us questions that she didn't know the answer to. And I do that to my students now. And I think um it's powerful. It's a powerful thing to do. Even if you do know the answer sometimes, not in a condescending way or like um tricking the kids, but like truly just to see if they want to help you understand something. And um teaching something sometimes is the best way to learn something from it and to memorize it, right? So I just think that it's a reciprocal relationship and the students are shaping the teacher just as much as the teacher shapes the student. And yes, we have a lot of information, life experience, professional experience, but a lot of times they bring a fresh new approach to things. So, and seeing things from a student viewpoint is really powerful. Um, and while I've been working through rehearsals, I keep catching moments where that idea plays out in real time. I'll give an adjustment and then a student would interpret it in a way I didn't expect them to interpret. And I think I didn't think of it that way, but yeah, that worked. And maybe it's better than I thought it would be. So let them have that moment and let them run with it. And I think the respect from them grows and then they become more powerful as an actor when we're directing. So it's just something that I really think is cool. Another major point from the chapter was the emotional risk that both teachers and students take in the acting classroom. Actor training requires vulnerability from the performer, but it also asks the teacher to be vulnerable, to admit that what they don't know, to adapt to respond to the student who's in front of them rather than the hypothetical student that the teacher wishes they had, right? There's a lot of times where I wish I had this amazing advanced student when I'm in like a beginning class, but we don't. And um, I mean, wouldn't it be easier if we always taught advanced students? But when students are frustrated or unsure, instead of pushing them through a technique or a method, sometimes I have to pull back and stop and say, okay, I ask them questions or I meet them where they are emotionally, physically, mentally. And it's a balance in that discipline. And it's the empathy um, that you take and you have to actually stop and go, okay, no, I need to stop. And it's not about me. It's not about what I know. It's about teaching them something important. And I think that creates more of a love for the arts, right? If you can just actually react to what they're doing and where they are. Um, the other takeaway that I thought was really great is a reminder that great acting teachers don't just teach skills. They teach ways of seeing the world um, differently or from different viewpoints. They help students pay attention, observe behavior, which is really cool. Pay more attention to other people in the world, and notice tiny human details. We've been talking about that a lot in my class this week because because of the show we're doing. You can't take it with you is it's really important that students go out and observe other people and their behaviors because the characters are so rich and interesting and different. Um, it's really how I'm structuring my classes right now and the exercises we do in them. Um, so I also thought a lot this week about authority and how actors often idealize their teachers, sometimes even to the point where they lose their own sense of agency. The reading warned about the danger of that, and I'm constantly trying to avoid that in my own class. So I don't want students to take my word as the final word on anything. And I think that's why it's so important that we constantly ask questions and present our work and our teaching as um, questioning. And we can work together and learn together. And I constantly want to learn and adapt and be interested in what they have to present and their viewpoints on things. So, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about this week. And I hope that you got as much as I did from this week's work. And have a great Thanksgiving, everyone.